Welcome everybody. In this video we will talk about rolls on tambourine. Rolling on tambourine can be very tricky, and a lot of people have the question, how do you actually make a thumb roll or a finger roll or a shake roll? We want to be able to make rolls of various length and various dynamics, and one important lesson is already that when you roll, the tambourine position changes from 45-degree angle to a straight angle, because we learned in the first lesson that it's a longer sound, that jingles sing more. So when we do a roll, we want to have the straight angle of the tambourine so the bells can really dance in the tambourine. The first thing we're going to learn is how to do a thumb roll, and just to explain to you, it's a two-handed instrument. So it's not only the thumb, it's also the left hand who is involved, and it's really about pressure and about making sure the thumb can make little bounces on the skin. You hold the tambourine, as we said, with one finger, let it hang, and make sure that with these fingers, the tip of your left hand, you can push inside the tambourine, which makes that the tambourine goes this way. So try this once. That when you push, the tambourine moves. Because that's actually, when you do that, you feel that if you push with your hand this way, you feel with your fingers you push the other way. So those is what we said with snare drum playing, those are the two forces which go against each other. And this is very important to understand and to feel when you want to do thumb rolls or finger rolls. So try some different spots on the tambourine to feel it, and then we're going to start at the thumb roll. You start with a straight tambourine. Just try once just to put your thumb on there and just move it next to the skin. And maybe you will have, that means you press too much if you have this sound. Then you should press less. So try once to press a lot and move, and you will see that doesn't work. Then you try to press almost not press, and you will see that the tambourine will not make any sound. You will just go over the skin. And you go now from the pressure point from not touching it, so like this, you slowly, little by step, you go to a lot of pressure and then to no pressure. So there we go no pressure, little bit of pressure, little bit more, little bit more, little bit more, more, and back. And you will see that there's different sounds already in the roll, and in the middle somewhere is where you will find your thumb roll. Well, then you can talk about which part of the thumb do you use. I use basically, if you hold your thumb up like this, quite not stiff, but you hold it in a position like as if you hold a snare drum stick. We don't grab it, but the thumb also, you don't squeeze it. You just make it like you stand up straight, but you don't need to like stand up like this. You just stand and you balance. So the thumb is not lazy hanging, but the thumb has this shape. And then I basically, it's not on the nail on the top, but a bit from this angle basically. There I will touch it. So not like this, as if you press too much. So you can also see in the close-up that I play on the edge of the tambourine. That has multiple reasons. Again, because in the middle it also works. You try it once. You hear more of the skin sound, so it could be an effect for a piece. But you want to have the jingles at the sound of the jingles is the more important now, and those are closer to the edge. Plus, if you want to do a long thumb roll, this path is much longer than when you go more inside of the skin. It's a smaller path, so if you're a longer thumb roll, you can like this. So just try this, keep on trying it. If you want to do a long thumb roll, you go from the lowest point, from here, you start, and you go all the way up here. And then you say you don't want to do this, so what you can do is on the moment you arrive here, you start to let go of this, and now you understand why I told you to have a active position. You make the tambourine go like this. So you see, and then I can just go on. The real pros can also learn the 8. But this is for the very, very, very advanced people. So basically you need to be able to make a thumb roll in every direction. One important thing I haven't told you yet, and which I also waited with on purpose, is that you might figure out that your skin is actually very smooth, the tambourine skin. And I will take this tambourine, because this one is very smooth still, and I can still do the thumb roll. So you see many times people like licking their tongue and then do the thumb roll. It's not so hygienic in my perspective. There is a trick which most people will know. It's a wax. You can just also buy natural wax. You can also buy this at the store where you buy your tambourine, and you just apply it a bit from the outside. That's enough. And if you want, on the inside, but it depends on your playing style also and your playing techniques. But a little bit on the outside like that is fine. And what I'll do after is mostly just rub it a bit, so it's not that it doesn't get sticky somewhere. Don't put too much. If you can't do the thumb roll, you have to put a little bit, but if you can't do the thumb roll, it's not going to be the magic trick. It's really about the pressure you give with your left hand and your right hand. That's more the reason why a thumb roll will work in the end, or not. But you need, especially if you want to do this 8 thing, you also need a bit more wax to the inside, so because you will all the way go there. So you will need the wax. For the other fingers, it's actually very easy. You just put your finger there and do the same as I explained with the thumb roll. So you practice all the fingers. Also the pinky. And I like to just position them straight on it. Some people do it like this, but that's not gonna work. Just straight on the skin. And your finger needs to be in a position, in a shape, but not stressed. Again, we never stress or force something. Loose on the skin so it can bounce a bit, the finger. Find the right pressure, do the same trick as we did with the thumb roll, and you will find your finger roll. For the advanced pro players, you can also do it to the other direction. So you can do it. That's pretty cool, right? So you can make a big 8 actually on the tambourine. Well, if you want to do a thumb roll or a finger roll and you think, oh my god, my tambourine, it doesn't work, it's not long enough, I showed you the trick to drop the tambourine, and otherwise, very simple, just get a bigger tambourine. The bigger the tambourine, the more space you have to make the thumb roll. So that's it about finger rolls. In the next lesson, we're going to look at the last techniques. We're going to look at how the shake roll works. It's a different video because it's again another technique and there are different kinds of shake rolls. And then we will finish up with the last techniques. See you in the next video.